Hi, I'm Gary McKinnon, also known as the UFO hacker. Apparently some people think these videos might be a deep fake. It's not. I'm sure there's a way to prove that. I just haven't thought about it yet. Yeah, this is my real Twitter account, and I'm glad to be back. I'll be, as and when I can, posting some exclusive content just to X. Can't get used to calling Twitter X. Obviously regarding UAP, UFOs, perhaps the strange drone phenomena that's been happening. And yeah, glad to be back. Thanks.
Gary McKinnon, a British hacker, made headlines in the early 2000s when he was accused of breaking into NASA and US military computers in search of information about UFOs, advanced technology, and extraterrestrial life. His unauthorized access to classified systems led to one of the most controversial hacking cases in history. While US authorities sought his extradition for what they described as the biggest military computer hack of all time, McKinnon himself claimed that his motivations were not malicious, but rather an attempt to uncover hidden truths about space, secret technology, and non-human intelligence. Among his most shocking revelations was his claim that he had discovered a folder on a Johnson Space Center computer titled Unfiltered. Inside this folder, he found a thumbnail image of a strange spacecraft, cigar-shaped and unlike anything known to the public. According to McKinnon, this was not an ordinary satellite or conventional aircraft, but something far more advanced. His discovery, along with other data he allegedly accessed, led him to believe that NASA and the US government were concealing knowledge about non-terrestrial technology and possibly extraterrestrial life. McKinnon described how, during his search of classified NASA files, he found a folder labeled Unfiltered. Within this directory, he came across a low-resolution thumbnail of an object that appeared to be floating in space. Unlike traditional satellites or space station components, the object was elongated, cigar-shaped, and seemingly constructed with a sleek, futuristic design. McKinnon tried to open the full-sized image to get a clearer view, but the NASA computer's connection was slow, and before he could successfully download it, his access was cut off. Despite this, he was convinced that what he had seen was not a conventional spacecraft, but something highly classified, potentially a part of a hidden space program, or even of extraterrestrial origin. His claim added weight to long-standing theories about secretive space projects, particularly those suggesting that NASA edits or filters images before releasing them to the public. Some researchers and whistleblowers have previously suggested that raw satellite and space telescope images often contain unexplained objects, which are later erased or altered. If McKinnon's allegations are true, then NASA may have an extensive catalogue of unfiltered images containing spacecraft or anomalies that remain undisclosed to the public. Beyond the unfiltered folder and the mysterious spacecraft image, McKinnon also reported discovering 2 Microsoft Excel spreadsheets that deepened the mystery even further. The first spreadsheet contained tabs for material transfers between ships, while the second listed ranks and names of individuals associated with these ships. However, these names were not linked to any known military or NASA personnel. McKinnon attempted to look up the names of the ships, which he estimated to be 8 to 10 in total, but found that they did not correspond to any vessels listed in public records. This led him to a stunning conclusion. The ships either belonged to a secret military space program or were part of an extraterrestrial US initiative. One of the key questions raised by McKinnon's discovery is what these ships actually were. Were they classified space vehicles operating beyond Earth's atmosphere? Could they be part of a hidden fleet conducting off-world missions? If so, it would suggest that humanity has already developed and deployed spacecraft that far exceed the capabilities of conventional space shuttles and satellites. His claims align with theories about a covert US military space program, sometimes referred to as the secret space program. Researchers and former government insiders have speculated for years that classified space fleets exist, operating under programs that remain unknown to the general public and even to most government officials. McKinnon's findings, if verified, could provide the strongest evidence yet that such a program is real. If McKinnon's claims are accurate, they raise serious questions about what governments are keeping from the public. The existence of advanced space vehicles, unknown military personnel, and unfiltered satellite imagery of unknown craft suggests that humanity may have already developed spacefaring technology far beyond what is officially disclosed. One major implication is that technological advancements, particularly in propulsion and energy, are being deliberately withheld. If these spacecraft are operating beyond Earth's atmosphere, they likely utilize technology that surpasses traditional rocket-based propulsion systems. Some theories suggest that such crafts might use anti-gravity technology, zero-point energy, or other revolutionary forms of propulsion that could change the way humanity explores space. Additionally, if McKinnon's assertion about extraterrestrial contact holds any truth, it could mean that governments have been engaged in interstellar operations or diplomatic relations with non-human civilizations. This would be one of the most significant revelations in human history, fundamentally altering our understanding of our place in the universe. Following his hacking activities, McKinnon faced intense legal repercussions, with U.S. authorities seeking his extradition to face trial. The U.S. government accused him of causing damage to military and NASA systems, although McKinnon maintained that he was simply searching for hidden information and did not alter or destroy any data. His case became a major legal and diplomatic issue between the US and the UK, with many arguing that he should not be extradited because his hacking was not done for personal gain or malicious intent. Eventually, the British government blocked his extradition on humanitarian grounds, citing his medical condition. McKinnon has Asperger's syndrome. Despite this, the US government never directly addressed McKinnon's claims, nor did they confirm or deny the existence of the spacecraft or secret space fleet he described. Many researchers believe that the aggressive pursuit of McKinnon was not just about hacking crimes, but about ensuring that whatever he had discovered would remain classified. Interestingly, one of the most compelling testimonies comes from Donna Hare, a former NASA employee with high-level security clearance, who has stated that she personally witnessed evidence of extraterrestrial craft in official NASA photographs. According to Hare, NASA has high-resolution images of UFOs and advanced spacecraft that have never been made available to the public. Her revelations, along with statements from other insiders, suggest that NASA has been deliberately covering up the presence of unidentified objects in space for years. Donna Hare worked as a technical illustrator and photo lab specialist for NASA during the Apollo program and beyond. Due to her security clearance, she had access to sensitive materials, including classified photographs and high-resolution images taken during space missions. Hare's most shocking claim is that she was shown a photograph of a UFO by a NASA colleague who worked in the agency's photographic department. She described the image as showing a large, disc-shaped craft hovering above the Earth's surface. When she asked her colleague what she was looking at, he responded by saying, "We always have to airbrush these things out before we release the images to the public." This statement deeply disturbed Hare, as it indicated that NASA had a systematic process of removing evidence of extraterrestrial craft from its official imagery. She later learned that this practice was well known among certain employees, but that they were under strict orders to never discuss it publicly. In a later interview, Hare recounted an incident where she overheard a discussion among NASA personnel about UFOs being detected during Apollo missions. Some astronauts, she claimed, had even reported encounters with unidentified objects while in orbit, but their communications were heavily censored before being released. Hare's testimony is not an isolated claim. Other former NASA workers and whistleblowers have made similar allegations, further reinforcing the idea that UFOs are a well-documented but deliberately hidden reality within space exploration. One of the most common claims is that NASA has entire teams dedicated to altering or erasing anomalous objects from their images before they are made public. These efforts reportedly take place within restricted areas at NASA facilities, where only a select few employees are allowed access to raw, unedited photographs from space missions. According to these insiders, the process typically involves airbrushing or digitally altering images to remove any unexplained craft, structures, or other anomalies. This is done under the directive of top NASA officials and government agencies that have a vested interest in keeping extraterrestrial presence hidden from public knowledge. The revelation that NASA has allegedly been covering up extraterrestrial activity raises a fundamental question. Why would they go to such lengths to keep this information secret? One of the most plausible reasons is national security. If UFOs and advanced spacecraft are not of human origin, their capabilities could pose a threat to global stability and military defense systems. Governments around the world may fear that revealing the truth about extraterrestrial technology would cause mass panic or compromise national security interests. Another possibility is that NASA is withholding information about UFOs to protect corporate and governmental investments in space technology. If the public were to learn that advanced propulsion systems and interstellar travel are already possible, it could undermine the existing aerospace industry, which is built around chemical rockets and conventional space exploration methods. There is also the theory that NASA's collaboration with private defense contractors may play a role in keeping these discoveries under wraps. Some researchers believe that classified military space programs have been studying retrieved extraterrestrial technology, and any disclosure from NASA could inadvertently reveal these covert operations. As more whistleblowers like Donna Hare come forward, the demand for transparency from NASA has grown stronger. The public deserves to know whether UFOs and extraterrestrial technology are being hidden from them. In recent years, pressure from UFO researchers, journalists, and lawmakers has resulted in declassified reports acknowledging that military pilots and intelligence officials have encountered unidentified aerial phenomena that defy known physics. However, NASA's role in this cover-up has yet to be fully exposed. Hare and other whistleblowers have called for a full release of unedited NASA imagery, allowing independent researchers to examine raw photos and determine for themselves if UFOs are being removed.